Why your brain peaks at 45, not 20.
Used to run physiology experiments all night or imaging experiments all night. And you get pretty loopy somewhere between 3 and 5 a.m. and you just acknowledge like, oh, here we go again, like mild psychosis, because you are a little bit psychotic in a sleep deprived state. Yeah. And you make it through and you're like, hey, we did that. That was fun.
Maybe that's why people say college is the best time, because you're going through a lot of things like that, staying up late, working hard, struggling through this, trying to figure out that, but there's a social component. You're doing it with other people. And, even when I think like the Steve Jobs thing, or even when I talk to older adults, they're like, I like this part of my work life when it was a challenge and we had to travel here and do that. It was exciting. They wouldn't say it was relaxing, and it's not something they want to revisit. And it's interesting, if you ask people what age would you want to go back to, not a lot of people will say 20 or 15. It's usually kind of closer to midlife, which is interesting because maybe everything's kind of firing on all cylinders then. Your cognition's still pretty good, your family's still around, you have your job, you're reinforced by a lot of things, but it's not going back to this age, when you're like 20, 25.